Nothing much, man. Just enjoying a nice night so far. Gonna do a little bit of some arena, maybe for like an hour and a half or two, and then just chill. How about you? How is everything? Always working. Yeah, today I had a quiz as well, um, which was fun because one of the things was so the answer is messed up. But the teacher knows he's gonna change it up. But one of the answers said I got it wrong, but I know I got it right. But the teacher was told, and he said he screwed up, so he's gonna give me my points back once he fixes it. So yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Did you play any arena today? Well, are you guys doing war? Is war going on even? I have no idea what happens with war anymore. I know Alliance Quest is not on, but what's arena? Okay, okay. I see you. I see you slacking. Oh, AW is an attack phase. Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, the worst game mode is going on. Got it. Dude, Arena, you don't have to play Arena that much, dude. I know you get free time. No matter how busy anybody gets, you get free time, you know? So it's not about time. You could play Arena if you wanted to. You just maybe don't like it, you know? But you got time, I'm sure. You know, maybe you don't have 4 hours to play a day, but you could play a little bit if you wanted to. Maybe 20 minutes. You know? Yeah, but I don't feel like it. Yep, that is the thing. I didn't feel like doing it today either. Honestly, to this round, I almost didn't do this round, but then I remembered we talked about we're gonna see how much battle chips I have on Wednesday. Gets boring day after day. Yeah, no, I understand, man. I definitely agree with you 100%. That's why I made a video today talking about, I guess basically tips on how to make it less boring, you know. But yeah, it definitely gets boring, agreed. There's no I can't argue with that. But if you do it while you're doing other things, then it's not as bad, you know? It's not as bad. But the only reason why, I mean, everybody needs breaks, of course. If you ever feel like you need a break from the game, absolutely, deserved. Because, we're all human at the end of the day. So, at some point we're gonna get burned out. So it is what it is. It's the nature of the game. But but this time I couldn't. I know I'm getting kind of burned out from doing it. Every single round, every time. At some point I need a break. At some point I skip a round or two when I start feeling like this. But I couldn't skip this round because I know we have a bet going on. I'm at 3,300K right now. So I'm just gonna do this round. Maybe I'll skip next round. Once Wednesday is over and we see how many battle chips I have, then maybe I'll take a break for next round. But it's just so hard to take a break when I see like a tier 4 basic arena coming around, or Tier 1 Alpha Arena, and I'm like, I don't want to skip on these resources. Oh, man. Honestly, I think I'm gonna be leaving my alliance after this season, getting NAQ only alliance and finish like six. Bruh, dude, that's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Take a break. You know, you find it way more fun. Then you just play the game on your own time. You know what I mean? It's just way more fun. And AQ is nice and relaxing. Nobody's boosting, nobody's doing anything. You just kind of like, chilling. Especially in map 5, you don't even really have to be like logging in so much. Like if you don't take a lane, somebody else will take it. Like it's fine. Like 10 people are a lot. I think they only need like 7 people or 8 people in map 5. So if you have 10 people in the battle group, you don't even need to be logging in that much. If you don't take a node down, somebody else will take it down. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Take a break, enjoy life. Uh, I definitely, like no one is responsible. I'm planning all the attack and people just die. You see, that's the most frustrating thing. I agree. That's the most frustrating thing. That's why I left, dude. Like, I was, I know you definitely like do a lot for your battle group, and you're trying to coordinate with the boss island and everything like that, and just depending on the group you're playing with. Honestly, if they kept our group, me, you, and what's his name? I don't even remember people now. My brain is very weird. If I don't think I will need the information, it just kind of just goes away. I know maybe if I thought of okay, S Dog, I think that's his name. Yeah, that's right, S Dog. Thanks. Yeah, yeah, me and you and S Dog, if they kept us in the same battle group, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have left, cause like we knew what keeps the battle group going, and the coordination that we had from the beginning, that is perfect. And they broke everything, and I was like, okay, I went in another battle group, I tried it out, didn't work. I know, dude, we killed it. I wish we could just form like an alliance, me, you, and S Dog, and be in one BG, be the officers or and leaders or whatever, and just always make sure, because that's the only way to always make sure we're in the same alliance, we're in the same battle group, or maybe if one of us was an officer, and just make sure whenever they put together the battle groups, we were in the same. If they said that, honestly, I'll come back. If they said in alliance, me, what about Zap and Glaive? Come on, man, come on. This is no games. This is no games, dude. We're not out here playing games. Trash that we don't want that. Hey, you said it. I didn't say anything like that. I just said we're not playing games. Uh, but yeah, if the alliance said, yeah, me, you, and S Dog can be in the same battle group every time in the war, then I'll definitely come back for sure. Cause then at least I know our battle group has a chance of winning most of the times. Yeah. But if you just I'll keep boosting, I'm literally buying potions every day from the glory store. I'm doing everything. I'm getting all the Alliance War boosts from the loyalty store. Like every day I'm checking. Like I'm on top of my game. I'm boosting if I need to. I'm making sure I have the least deaths as possible. Like, dude, coordination was OP and everything. But it just seemed like some people really want to win and other people just don't. Like, BGs. Did I say something different? Whoops. I meant to say BGs, yeah. But yeah, dude, like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like, I don't blame you if you wanna, find another alliance. But then the other BG give 30 deaths. Uh, Oh, the other BGs give 30 death. Oh, is that what you meant? Honestly, like I wouldn't mind that much if I knew that my efforts didn't go to waste. And the way I see if my efforts went to waste is if our BG um won at least. If our BG won. then I know we did the best that we could and it paid off. I know my boost that I applied and everything went to something, to help and it was useful. Even if the other BGs didn't do well, but at least I know our BG won. No one communicates from what I hear. Oh man, yeah. Are you still with S Dog this round? This new season? So I might as well not bother. Yep, 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 yep. I agree 100%. Could not agree more. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's crazy then. That's very crazy to me. I'm with S Dog, but the man works, so he's not always available for comms. Yeah. He really does the best that he can, dude. He really does the best that he can. Um, he's such a nice guy. He doesn't boast around. He's not he's not coming saying that he's the best or anything like that. He's just trying to help anytime he has time. Like, dude. So basically, I find myself planning all the paths and Boss Island on my own, which sucks. Are you even an officer? Who is the officer of your battle group? Or did they upgrade you to be an officer then? Yeah, Stark is a good dude. Yeah, absolutely. They made me an officer. Won't stay long if they keep being like that. Oh man, they made you an officer? I didn't know. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. I have much respect for officers. Like they do a lot of work, like a ton of work. And the ally asked me if I wanted to be an officer. Jesus DM'd me on the side before the what was it? I was with them for season I think 19. So at the end of season 19, he DM'd me asking me if I wanted to be an officer. I think at the end of season 19 we just lost an officer at the time or something, and then he asked me if I wanted to be an officer. No, actually it wasn't Jesus who asked me. It was what's the guy's name? The guy who he got screwed over when he was taking a nap. He woke up and they had kicked him. The guy that we liked who was on top of things and stuff like that. I don't remember what his name was. Was this Semi JT? I don't remember. I don't remember. No, that Semi JT. Are you talking about an officer who left? I don't remember. That might be him, but the guy I'm talking about, the guy who was an officer who got kicked, who had 3 accounts, who helped out the alliance a lot. But then he got kicked when he was taking a nap. He woke up and they were like, "Yep, bye bye." Um, we talked about him. Damages, yes, yes, yes. Thanks, Damages. That was him. Yeah. But anyway, Damages texted me. He wanted to know if I wanted to be an officer. He's like, dude, you're on top of things, blah blah blah, and we share the commitment to the game and everything. And honestly, like it would be nice for you to be an officer. You would help me a lot, keep these people in check. As you can see, they're slacking off and all that stuff. And then I was like, dude, I appreciate you. I appreciate the nice compliments and everything. I definitely admire everything you guys do as officers, but honestly, I was told a long time ago, never make promises you can't keep. And I'm not gonna make a promise to keep these guys in check if I'm not patient. I'm not a patient person, and I know that about myself. And it's good to know yourself so that you don't get yourself in danger. Honestly, I like Dan. He was making sure no one was slacking like we are not. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Everything. Every bad thing happened after he left. That's when I started really losing interest in the alliance because when I did everything I could, but then he would come around and say, come on, guys, some people are dying, blah, 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 blah. Like, it made me feel like, okay, somebody at least is paying attention. Somebody up there knows who did good and who did bad and is trying to change things. So I'm like, okay, let me keep going, let me keep doing my best because it's going to change because this guy is yelling at these people. And guess what? They kicked him, and then I was like, whoa, then nobody's yelling at anybody. So then it just became like, I don't even know what it was after that. It was just like people just don't care. People just, I don't know. I don't know what that was. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I don't want to be part of it. Honestly, I don't want to be known from a guy from this alliance. If this, I'm not proud to be part of this alliance, to call it my home. So once I started feeling like that, you better believe I'm out of there. But then again, yeah, I was saying I'm not a patient person. That's why I didn't want to be an officer. I would be like Dame, and everybody hated Dame because he was yelling. People are dying like 3 times on one fight and then asking for help. Yeah, that's nothing has changed apparently, from what I hear. Then that's what it was. Remember? That's what it was. Nothing has changed because nobody is there to keep them in check, like Dame was doing. And if I was to be an officer, I would have been an a-hole officer, which is fine with me because it doesn't matter if people hate me if I know what I'm doing is right. I don't care if you speak behind my back, you call me names, you hate me, you go into your back in the DMs and say that it's just a game, is a horrible dude, blah blah blah. I don't care. But but then again, I wouldn't have enjoyed it yelling at people constantly. You know what I mean? Like, I, even though I don't care if people hate me, but like then I would just be bitter all the time. I would just always be yelling. Nobody wants to be in that kind of mood. I don't like negativity. If I know I'm gonna be negative all the time, then I don't want to put myself in that situation. It's simple. I was like, dude, being an officer, I would just hate this game. It would drive me to just quit the game, to be honest. So I was like, okay, well, to protect myself and still enjoy the game I've been playing for years, I would just not be an officer. I know I wouldn't be good. I wouldn't do a good job. I just wouldn't, because I'm not a patient human being, which is okay. Everybody has their thing. I'm just not patient. Other people are patient. They can handle it. Okay, that's their calling. Then they can go and deal with that. No hurt feelings. I don't need to do everything. I can't be everything, obviously, so it's okay. It's not a big deal. I just know my limits and I know what I can or cannot do, and I'm out. But dude, yeah, your sanity is more and more important for sure. If you feel like you're getting to the point where you can't handle it, there's nothing wrong with stepping away. There's thousands and thousands of alliances out there waiting for a guy like you, man, who's dedicated, who knows what they want, who has a plan, like who's looking to advanced alliances and stuff like that, like see people win, like your expertise is definitely like needed somewhere. This alliance is just abusing you and stuff, and there's no need for that, man. And I think that's what it is too. People just get attached to alliances they're in, and they feel like they don't want to start over. I think it's that pain of starting over from scratch with another alliance. People are like, oh, okay, whatever. I've been playing with these people for a while. I might as well just keep trying. No, no. I look at it like a relationship. If I'm in a relationship, I don't get attached to anything. Yes, you do. You got attached to me. I'm just joking. But I look at it as a relationship. People, if I'm in a relationship with a person that I'm interested in, I better be having fun. I better be loving it. The minute I start feeling like dreading it, the minute I start feeling like, oh, I gotta see this person again, are you kidding? Then I'm like, okay, that's my clue. That's my clue that I've had enough. That's it. Like, it's pretty simple. It's really simple. Every relationship like that. Correction. I don't get attached to anything bad. Now that we're talking. Yeah, you don't get attached to anything bad. Yeah. That I would agree. That's good. Um, but um, but I'm good. So yeah, we're all good here. But yeah, alliances are like relationships for sure. Obviously, you building relationships with these people. So that's exactly how I do with my relationships. So people who know me, they will tell you exactly that. They'll be like, that guy, man. People tell me that like I would not end up with like getting married or something because the way I'm talking about that, I'm talking with I need logic. I'm using logic and reasoning, and relationships don't have logic and reasoning is not allowed. You can't think. Once you start thinking in a relationship, the relationship is over. So that's how I am. Like I use logic all the time, and I'm trying to reason with people. And apparently, you're not allowed. I learned that the hard way. That apparently you can't think in a relationship. Just have to go with emotions and no thoughts. Yeah, I'm not gonna curse them when I'm leaving. I'll just say it has been good and good luck. Yep, that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it, man. Um, that's what I did. Just there's no need to be bitter. You know, that's why I didn't become an officer exactly. There's no need to be bitter. You just be like because that would not change anything. If you were bitter to help them change, and you were staying to be an officer, you're just a little bit bitter every once in a while to help them, you know, realize that they're not doing what they should be doing, then that's fine because there is a reason and it's for a good cause. But if you're just like bitter at the end, just as you leaving, like what is the point of that? It doesn't accomplish anything, doesn't help you, doesn't help them. There's no need. So yeah, you're right. It was nice playing with you. It was nice knowing you. Good luck. Have fun. I'm just out. You don't even need to give him a reason why you're out. You could just be like, it's time for me to step back. So you guys enjoy. Have fun. Yeah, yeah, you're right, man. You're a very smart guy. You're a very smart guy. Yeah, alliances, man. It's crazy to me. I don't know if I told you, but I played this game for a long time without being in an alliance. Because I, in general, just don't like online experience with random people that I never met. Any online gaming kind of thing, whether it's Fortnite, whether it's anything else that people play online with just random strangers, it doesn't try. I'm not attracted to that. It doesn't sound right. I like solo experiences, like story mode in games. Like um, my favorite game, console game anyway, is GTA 5 story mode. Not online experiences. I don't play GTA Online. Still have GTA 5. I finished it obviously a long time ago, but I liked it because first of all, it was a great game, well designed. Rockstar are amazing, and the game is of course great. I'm waiting for a GTA 6 to come out next year, I believe. Can't wait for that. But my second favorite game was the Spider-Man actually that came out in console as well last year. I don't remember what it was called, but it was this Spider-Man something. It was a big hit. Everybody loved it on the PS4. I still have it. I still play it every once in a while, but I finished it, of course, in like a week when I got it last year. But it was still fun because, again, solo content, it's a story mode, enjoying the game, enjoying life on my own time. I don't want to be bickering with anybody. We're all adults here. There's no need for that. It's just a game. Just I feel like as soon as you start incorporating Uncharted, yeah, I have that as well. I didn't I didn't like it as much for some reason. I don't know what it was. I did like God of War. God of War though. I have the new God of War, which I was enjoying. Oh, actually, I don't have it anymore. I lent it to my friend in Florida when I was there, and I forgot to get it back from him. So he just kept it, and I don't want to go buy it again. It's maybe the best game I played in my opinion. Uncharted, I haven't gotten into it too much. I don't know why. I started playing it. I was in the last mission I was doing, if I remember correctly. I was in doing a mission in underwater mission in the ocean is one of the beginning missions that you get, and it was pretty fun. But I think maybe it's the time when I was playing. It's the time when the new Spider-Man came out, and then I just started playing Spider-Man, and I just got more into it, and then I didn't feel like going back. Maybe I don't remember what the issue was, but which one did you play? Uncharted 4, the the fourth one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Which I think was the last one. Was it the last one that they came out with? I'm not sure. Anyway, um, but yeah, I like solo games. Online experience. It just creates a lot of anger in people. I just don't like people that are not themselves. People start cursing and they start like my brothers play Fortnite online with these random people. Alright, it was the last one. The second was the best. Oh, the second was the best. I never played so I didn't even know about it. My parents got me Uncharted 4 from when it came out for a certain thing. I don't know if it was my birthday, maybe after my birthday or something, or it was a New Year's gift or something, or Christmas gift. I don't remember what it was, but I got it as a gift. But they got me the fourth one, so I was like, okay, I'll try it out, and it wasn't too bad. I don't know what it was about it that I didn't enjoy so much. Maybe the controls didn't feel right or something. I don't know. But yeah, solo content online. Yeah, I was saying my brothers have how many bros you got? I got two. They play Fortnite online, and as soon as Fortnite came out, it just was never appealing to me because it was an immediately an online experience, and I just don't mess with that. But they like it, they love it, and they got me to try to learn to play it so many times. Although younger, they got me to try to they got me to try to play so many times, and I definitely want to. Obviously, I want to bond with them, and something to bond over and just play and have fun together. So I tried it to see if I can, try to give it a shot and stuff like that. There's not much to do in game. That game is so boring, but the online experience is what makes it. If you were trying to do solo like objective stuff, it's boring as heck, you know. So I gave it a shot, but then we played online once. The first time we played online with them, the one time I played Fortnite for a bit with Zap and Glaive, it was meh. Yeah, the first time it's like Minecraft. COD is a lot better. Yeah, it is. But I don't like first person. Is it called? Yeah, I don't like first person shooter games where you can see yourself. No, that doesn't look right to me. I don't like that. That's why I don't like COD games. Um, but anyway, I do have COD. I have like three of them. I gave these for like some kind of gifts from people that they see you a young male. I'm into games. I tell them that I game every once in a while. I never said that I'm a heavy duty. It's the best. Everyone has different taste. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Everyone has different taste when it comes to first person shooter. Uh, yeah. Yeah. But it's okay. I mean, yeah, we don't have to enjoy the same things. But yeah. I tell people that I game every once in a while because I'm playing this game like 20 hours a week. but they think I'm talking about, like every new single piece. I mean, PS4 games I'm interested in. So it's so people, give me gifts for like new games that are coming out. They research like what is the current game that people are that young adults are enjoying nowadays. So they get that, and which I appreciate. I get to try things that I wouldn't because I wouldn't buy these things because I know I'm not gonna enjoy it as it's not worth my money. If I get it as a gift, I will enjoy it, of course. But I'm not spending money on something that I know for sure I'm not like the next GTA I will spend even if it's $100 I will get it because I know for sure that I will enjoy it. But yeah, I get to play those games. And Oh, but anyway, I was talking. I remember the tangents. Now I see when people when I'm in streams and people are like, "You're in tangent forever." I forget even what I was talking about. But I was talking about how I played with my brother online. The first time I played online experience with him, we play randomly with this guy. He sounded like he was like maybe 17 or something, and he's cursing like left and right. He's asking if I've ever even played Fortnite. He's like, dude, have you even ever played Fortnite? Like, are you even playing? Are you gonna help the team? And he's cursing, what the F, what the F? You get out of the game, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, calm down. It's just a game. You don't know me. I don't know you. He's acting like the world is at stake. Like, winning this little match for 5 minutes is gonna save the entire universe or something. This guy is so angry that I'm not like obviously I'm horrible. I was horrible. It was my first match. I'm not good at shooting and all this. I'm learning all these things. My brothers are trying to help me. They're trying to tell me the buttons to play to push and everything. I'm asking a lot of quick questions to my brother. I'm like, how do you do this? I'm trying to do this. How do you do this? Blah 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 blah. He's trying to explain to me. Hey, by the way, I'm getting wrecked here. The special one from this guy is very easy to evade, but I'm getting wrecked. But that's because I'm not paying attention. But whatever. Yeah, people get too mad. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I never played GTA. I know you're gonna judge me. Dude, no judgment. No judgment here, man. This is a no judgment um, stream. Uh, but what the hell? You know, that's all. That's what I'm gonna leave it to that. That's all. But yeah, people just get too mad. This guy is acting like it's real world situation. Like we're at war. Like we're in what? Oh my god! I'm like, bruh, there's no way. How is this fun for anyone? Why is it good? Why is GTA good? Should I buy it? Should you buy the best game on the planet? I don't know. I would say maybe just don't. You know, it's only the best game ever, but I mean, why should you buy it? No, okay. So here's the thing. Why is it good? So it's, in my opinion, again, this is all in my opinion, of course. You see, that's another thing that that's funny to me. Before, when we speak, everything we say, unless you say, from this website, I searched this website or I read this book and it said this. Unless you said that before you say anything you say is in your opinion, of course, right? This is a little pet peeve of mine. Don't. It's just a tangent. Don't worry about it. But yeah, everything we say is in our opinion, of course. That you're the one who's speaking, right? So I always like. I always say my opinion. Yeah, yeah, I know. I do too every once in a while, but that's because I've been judged so many times when I don't say that. People are like, "Why are you saying it like it's a fact? You should start by saying that it's your opinion. You make it seem like it's everybody's opinion." I'm like what? What do you mean? Everything you say is in your opinion. Whose else opinion would it be unless I said I researched this thing, and it's from this source. If I don't state my sources, it automatically means it's in my opinion. So I always get into arguments with people when I'm talking to them, and I like because when I speak and I think I'm right, I always speak with like confidence, and so people get intimidated and they say, "Yeah, but like you could be wrong." I'm like, "I know." But they're like, but the way you speak, you make it sound like you're absolutely right, 100%. I'm like, yeah, so it's like, well, you make it sound like it's everybody's opinion. Like you should make it, you should say that it's in your opinion. I'm like, it's automatically inferred that it's in my opinion. Whose else opinion would it be? But anyway, never mind. Never mind about that tangent right there. It's all good if you say, oh, obviously, in my opinion, of course, because people judge me that I don't. So if you say, I guess you're apparently right. I guess everybody should be saying, in my opinion, before every single sentence. So in my opinion, um, GTA is really good because the story mode is just so like they develop the characters. It's like Marvel's game versus MCU. I mean Marvel's movies versus um, what is the other franchise? Marvel's so MCU versus. This is gonna be crazy that I'm not gonna remember what it is. You know what I mean, though. It's a Marvel or DC. Thank you. You're laughing at me, huh? You're having a giggle, dude. It's been a day. It's 8:30 p.m. Come on, I'm about to get some dinner and go to bed. So don't judge, you know. But anyway, it's like MCU versus DC. DC movies always just don't. Dude, I got affected by this. Petrify. I need to get to the 10 hit combo here to get rid of that. Okay, we're good. Oh, actually, what? There are two of these things? And the third one is applying? Are you kidding me? Void, you fool. Oh, no judging? Thanks, man. Thanks, I appreciate you. I knew this was a no judging stream. I appreciate you. Anyway, yeah, DC movies just always just don't seem like the characters are like well developed. It just comes out of nowhere, and then they expect us to care about these characters. And but in Marvel movies, they just develop the characters so in the way that you care about them. If anything bad happens to them, you're sad. I mean, you know it's not real, of course, but like the way they develop them, they really make it so good that you feel like you connecting with the characters, right? So that's the way I could, I don't know, easily describe GTA. Like the story, it's a long game. It's a very very long game, right? Of course, every game can be made to be short if you wanna, speed run it and just like don't do any side missions and just go straight to the boss or whatever. But if you really wanna enjoy the game, it's a really long game. So I like how they developed. So there's like three characters that you play as, so throughout the game you change your character. Your character changes. You play as a different person throughout the game depending on the missions. And every character they develop them so well, and it just feels more realistic. It's a realistic game. You have actual missions that are like realistic. That these things would happen. Police catch you and all this stuff. Like it's like I don't know. And like you making money, you can invest, you buying all these things, you upgrade from like you start as a low life, you have no money, you have nothing, then you upgrade slowly. The more money you get, the more better things you have. Like it's realistic. Like it's just well developed. It's a good story. That's why I like it. And like the controls, dude, the controls just make the game. Like they're so automatic. Things just flow naturally. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I don't know. You play it to maybe get the full experience of what I'm saying. But if I was ever to say a game that that deserves money, if you ever wanna buy any game, GTA 5, you can't go wrong. I'm locked on. I need to finish this fight with a special two. Oh, oops. It's not gonna happen. Never mind. But yeah, if you ever wanna spend money on any game, I would recommend GTA 5. Okay, no problem. No problem, yo. There's a new Spider-Man game that just came out. Yeah, you check it out. That's awesome. There's a new. I mean, I do have it too. I could send it to you, but you live so far away. I don't know if I will ever get it back. So, but there's a new Spider-Man game that just came out. Miles Morales game, which is okay, but they seem to have copied the Spider-Man from last year. Um, like the controls seem to be the same and everything. Yeah, it looks fun, but like it looks fun. What do you mean looks fun? The GTA 5. Are you still talking about GTA 5? Or are you talking about the Miles Morales new Spider-Man game? Miles Morales didn't play the last year's Spider-Man though. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So if you didn't play the last year's Spider-Man game, then yeah, I can see why. So if you think this Miles Morales thing looks fun, it doesn't. Um, if you played the last year's Spider-Man game, you would realize quickly that this Miles Morales is just like a baby game if you compare it to the last year's Spider-Man game. Because in this Miles Morales game, Peter Parker is teaching Miles Morales what to do, of course. So everything Miles Morales is doing is basically he's trying to. It's like trying to do something your teacher did. It's obviously not gonna be as good. So if you think that is good, so try the teacher's way. Then you really get the full experience. That if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. So yeah, it's okay, but it's like when they made a Superman show called Smallville, I believe, and they made a Supergirls show. I was like, well, like if you look at it's just like it's like a copy of what the other show was about. It's just like, okay, well, you're just changing the character, but it's basically the same story. So you might as well watch the original if you really want to get the full experience. See, like, I don't know what's going on. It's doing the auto help thing. This is gonna be eventually a feature in game. I'm gonna go attack in war, and I'll be back. Okay, no problem, man. Problem. Good luck. Can't forgive yourself to make a snack. I told myself I forgot something. You're good, man. You're good. Don't even worry about it, man. How was did you win your fights? I hope you did. Hmm. Wait, what? Did I lose that? Winning mom and domino edges. Ooh. Edge is heavy, so that you have to do 3 heavy attacks to do damage. Both solos. That's what I'm talking about. I know it's about my I know freaking autocorrect. Um Nice, man. Nice. Three, yeah. That's annoying. But hey, well done. Well done, man. Well done. Was it Ghost? You used Ghost or you used Omega? Probably, yeah, Omega on Ebony Ma, because Ghost is useless. And maybe Ghost for... Did you even bring Ghost to war? No one wants to take this path. Yep, that's how it goes. As officers, you gotta... Oh my gosh, I'm getting wrecked! Holy crap! Well, I got wrecked. Whoops. Yeah, a ring ghost and or saber-tooth. So what's what synergy do you value more? Do you value the saber-tooth synergy for Omega or the Ant-Man thing for Ghost? What do you end up going with when you bring Ghost and Omega? Because that's very interesting to think about. Ghost is for backup? Oh, okay. Huh. You only use Omega? Gotcha. So you use Omega for Ebony Maw, because Ghost can't do it. And then you also used, I guess, Omega for Domino then, because Ghost is the main clear champ, I guess. Omega Red is a beast though, you only use Omega for war. Yeah, okay, I got you. Makes sense. The second crash within like 25 minutes. You gotta love these bugs. Ever since this bug came out where it just crashes. Oh, you said you never experienced it though. But ever since this bug came out, which was like 2 months ago, where it just crashes randomly, they just haven't been able to fix it. I don't understand how that works. They can't go back and look at the code before the upgrade of when this bug started to check what changed in the code. Maybe it's like a long code and they can't. It's realistically, it's very difficult to do. Maybe I don't know. But this game has so many bugs. Right now, the arenas are auto refreshing. They help. It's kabam. They ain't fixing shit. Yeah, yeah. You already know. You already know. That message would have been held for review, but I removed the thing that says hold messages for review. So every message just comes in. I don't care. But anyway, yeah. This game is ridiculous with the bugs. It's unreal. I don't understand how this is allowed. Can you imagine your job if you could just make all the mistakes in the world and just keep getting the money either way? That's what it feels like. Let's keep making all these They don't fix anything and all this stuff. Yeah, I don't say anything beside. Yeah, I got you. It's not a big deal. I don't care. Um, I was just saying it reminded me. It was funny because I went to this settings where it said where found where it said that and I removed it because that was annoying. I can't keep reviewing every single message, man. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Going to your job and just every once in a while just glitching. Not every once in a while. Most of the time, not doing your job right. Just do your job kinda, not really, the full extent, and just keep the job anyway. Keep the job anyway. That's what it feels like. And I'm just like, dude, are you kidding me with these people? Like, bruh, like I pay money for this thing. It's not even if you are free to play. I guess I understand. Maybe you can't complain because everything you get is for free for the game. So I guess people are like, "Oh, you're free to play anyway. Like, what do you care?" Blah blah. Blah. You should appreciate it because you're not paying anything. But like, I pay money for this thing. And I've spent enough money to qualify me to complain when there is a bug. It's like paying for a service and just bugs everywhere, and just the people who own the server are just like, what are you gonna do about it? But then we keep playing anyway because we're suckers. They got us. They got us what they want us. We're not gonna quit anyway. Maybe eventually we'll quit. Do you ever think you quit playing? Does it ever cross your mind? Because we're suckers, yeah. That's what I said. In an alliance. In an alliance, yeah. You thought about quitting in an alliance, but you haven't thought about quitting the game in general. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I've thought about it. I've tried to quit this game. I didn't just think about it. I did it. I didn't even try actually. I did quit. I quit this game like twice now. But I'm addicted, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that. I quit the game 3 years ago. Oh, you did quit the game 3 years ago? Gotcha. I quit the game the beginning of the year, this year. That was the second time I tried to quit it. But just like an addiction, you just can't quit. I quit for like maybe a month, at least a month. I remember I quit for at least a month, and that was when I was working really like heavily, and I really just didn't have time, and it was starting to affect work. What did you try? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was starting to affect work, and I told my boss, I was like, boss, I think this game is ruining my life. So I'm gonna delete it from my phone. I stood in front of my boss. I was like, just I want you to watch me delete it from my phone. And if you ever see me playing it, just like I don't know, just yell at me or whatever, just to keep me accountable, I guess, because I knew it's not gonna be an easy thing to do. So my boss was just laughing. He didn't care. He thought I was doing a good job anyway. He's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. You've been doing a good job. I don't, whatever. Okay, if you want me to be on you, if you ever try to play it again, I got you. All right. So I delete the game. But so deep down, I knew the progress was saved, and that's why I guess I never really quit because I knew at any moment I still have all the 4 stars that I had or the 5 stars, blah blah blah. So maybe that's why. Maybe I just need next time I quit, I just need to, I don't know, how maybe sell all the champs. How do you even make sure that you can't come back? Because if you really want to quit something, you have to really, really like from the roots, like delete everything. Maybe like I don't know. How do you delete the progress? Can you call the game team and they will? Can they restart you from the beginning? Because that would definitely make me quit. If somehow they could erase all my progress and have me start from Act 1, give me your account and I'll change all the info. Yeah, you see, I tried that too, but the thing is, yeah, I can say that I forgot the password. No, the thing is, it's saved on my phone. whether somebody there's no info to save. Like this game saves on your phone, unless maybe I just got rid of the phone and I didn't transfer all my data from the phone. But that would not be smart because I have other things on my phone that I care about. So I can't just get rid of the phone and not transfer the data. And if I transfer the data, it will come with the game. You know, this is not like a website where you just go and if you change the password and the email, then you can't go back. No, this is saved like hardcore on the hard drive of the phone. Um, so I don't know how to quit unless the game team could probably um, maybe restart you. I'm pretty sure they can restart your account from the beginning if you ask them. Like I'm really trying to quit this game. I don't know if they will do that though because what do they gain from that? They lose a customer, so they wouldn't do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. But I think that's the only way, really realistically, that I can quit this game. Because because I realized when I quit, and the time that I quit with my boss and everything, once I was done with the job that I was doing, I came back home because I was there for like 6 months, and I came back home, but then I was like, well, actually I didn't even wait. I didn't even wait to come back home. I was just like, a month later, I was back on it, and my boss looked at me, and he's like, "Is that the game you told me you quit playing?" I was like, "Yep," and he just laughed at me. He was like, "I thought you said you quit." I was like, that's what I said, and that's what I thought, but I guess not." So I don't know. At some point, I was bored. I think the way that happened. I think at some point I was bored. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah, I think at some point I was bored and it was like a weekend there. I think Saturday or Sunday or something. And I was just like, I could just probably just fire up the game. There's probably a lot of content to catch up on. This will keep me occupied for the next few hours. So maybe I will fire it up. Then I came back to it. Uh, I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm addicted. Which is not unfortunate, I guess, because it keeps me busy so I don't get in trouble. Because you always, as human beings, we need to be busy, man. We need to have things to do. Otherwise, bad things happen. This game has actually, if if I'm gonna make an argument for it, because as an addict, I need to. These are the things that I tell myself to make me feel better that I'm addicted to this game. This game has actually saved my life, dude. It has saved my life. What would I be doing? I could probably be in trouble right now if I wasn't playing. Who knows what I would be doing, right? Who knows what kind of trouble I'll be getting myself into? Since I'm addicted to this fiasco of a mobile game, I get occupied with it and it keeps me busy. It's so crazy how we care about things that are like really are just useless. Like the skills that I have in the game, when am I ever gonna need this? What kind of real life scenario? Oh, I'm gonna be in. I'm like, but I can parry and do dex dex specials. If you really think about it, what is the point? I guess it's fun. Of course, anything that is fun is worth it, in my opinion. Um, Wait, what was that warning? I didn't even see what it said. That's weird. I don't think I've seen that before. Got a point? Yeah, dude. It's very interesting the way it works. Like, for some reason, we're so like, yeah, I gotta play this game. I gotta level up. For what? But the human being needs some fun in life. That is true. That yeah, yeah. Fun is really important in life. And so at first I was like, I mean, if you think about it, really, like, that's the point, is to have fun, right? If you really strip everything away from this game, leveling up, getting good champs, whatever, blah blah blah, beating Act 6, whatever you say. The whole point at the end of the day is to have fun, right? That's why, especially while playing games, if I'm not having fun, what is the point? I'm out. Especially a game mode like Alliance War, back again, back at it again. But I think we already talked about that enough. But yeah, the whole point is to have fun. As soon as you start realizing I'm not having fun, well, that's it. That's time to hang it up. Say goodbye. You know. But yeah, it's the same thing as if I went on vacation and spent money or something, or I'm watching a movie. Like at the end of the day, what is the point of that movie? It's really for me to have fun. Try to distract myself from what I've been doing all day, just to kind of relax my mind, have fun, you know. Or if I go get a massage, well, maybe a massage might be, more important health-wise. But yeah, a lot of things. People go on vacations. People play other real-life games like, football, or soccer, or golf, or whatever. For what? To have fun, dude. Some people might do it as a job, yeah, but for the most part, 90% of the population, just to have fun. It's fun. So playing the game as well is fun. So I guess that's the point of it. Even though we get really sucked in, we care about so much. Without fun, we'll be just like robots. Uh, I don't think we'll be like robots because there are still other emotions that count. It's not just fun. Fun is not the only thing that we have going on for us. But yeah, I kind of agree a little bit. There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. Yeah, but it's so crazy how I was gonna say human beings like we invent things like this. We know units don't mean anything in real life. We know this. I didn't mean it literally. Oh, I got you. We know these things don't really matter. The champions that we're getting, we know they really don't mean anything. Real, anyway. But we care so much. Why am I getting hit by this? I'm just going in too early. Whatever. Um, but you pull a champion, you're like, oh, thank God, you're so happy, as if something amazing. I remember when I got Omega Red, dude. It was like I won the lottery in life. I just life is over. I won life. I own everything in the world. Like I'm the richest person alive. I was so happy. But honestly, I've heard some people do like researches and like they see like the chemicals like that are released in your brain when you're happy from like that little thing, and that's the exact same feeling that you would get if you actually won something big like that. Which is very crazy how that works out. Little things can make you as happy as literally winning at life. It's crazy. But yeah, we trick our minds into thinking that these things matter so much, you know? And it's crazy because if you really think about it, it doesn't. No, then that's cool, yeah. If you really think about it, it doesn't. But for some reason, we've convinced ourselves I need to do this arena grind. Like I'm sitting out here in front of this phone, playing arena. I've convinced myself that it's necessary and that I need to do it. I got to 17,000 units by doing this. Just I keep every day. I'm like, this is necessary. It's part of life. This is part of something I need to do. Somehow my brain has agreed with that, and we're doing it. But it's fun, I guess. It's fun. It's fun. It's like people who like there used to be a big stigma on spending money in game, and some people used to judge others like who spend money on a game, Whether you're buying a game for your console, like PS4 games, or whether you're buying things like in this game, like buying units or whatever, people will just judge you like, really? Spend money on something on the phone, like a game? Like what? You know. But I haven't had people judge me for that. Oh, I have an argument prepared, ready to go. You know, an argument prepared, ready to go. Like, what? You want to judge me for playing, for spending my hard-earned money on whatever I want to spend it on? I could throw the money in the toilet if I wanted to. It's my money. I'm not asking for any help. Why do you care where I spend my money? None of your business. I don't know where you spend your money. You know, I don't care. I don't know and I don't care. So what do you care? You know. But yeah, they used to be like, I think it's silly. How dare you spend money in this game? uh, there used to be, a stigma, which I think it's silly, unacceptable, huh? you know, I think it's a silly argument, really. First of all, who are you? Who do you think you are? I'm not talking about you, of course, Raven. I'm talking about in general. Who does one think they are to sit down and judge somebody else for spending their own hard-earned money? Who do you think you are? People like that are just annoying. Oh no, I just want to talk to them. Honestly, I just also here's the thing about me that you don't know. I like arguments. I guess not arguments, debates. I like getting into like debates, like mental stimulation, I call them. I think that's the most important thing in life. If somebody asks me what is the most important thing in life, debates. Why? Why do I think is the most important thing in life? Because that's when people are the most authentic. That's when people are the most themselves. When you're getting into a heated debate with somebody, when you strongly believe in something, but that person strongly believes in something else that contradicts what you believe in, that's when you really see people for who they are. That's when people talk the way they were meant to talk. That were like as real as they can get. So if you've never been in that situation where you actually let loose and speak your mind and really feel like you defending something, I don't think you've lived. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking in general. I don't think if a person has never been in that situation, people who I don't know if you're one of those people. I'm not judging. I'm just saying they just get angry and show their true color. Exactly. That if you've never showed your true color to anybody, do you even know yourself then? These are some deep philosophical stuff we're talking about here. Do you even know who you are? If you've never even seen yourself get mad and get really care deeply about something where you really start saying things without having to be like, oh, no, I want to be politically correct. I want to choose the right word. I want to choose the right thing to say. No, no. Like, I'm not saying be a douchebag. I'm just, you can speak your mind, but be polite, But it's just when you're in a heated argument, you don't have time to try to lie, basically. You don't have time to lie. The only time you have is to think about something that comes in your mind first and say it. Whether you say, you can say it in a nice way, yeah, exactly, the way you say it, in a civilized way. You can say it in a nice way, but you say what's in your mind regardless. You don't have time to just, sit down and just change your mind and change whatever you were going to say to something else. No, you speak, yeah, you see, like that's why I think debates are the most important thing. And people who are always like, I don't like confrontations. That's why we're here. We're not just here to say, yeah, yes, thank you, I agree, move on. Yes, ma'am, yes, sir, I agree, move on. Like, no, no, challenge people, man. Challenge people. I encourage everybody that I meet to challenge people. You don't have to be, again, you don't have to be disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful to anybody. At least I try not to be. That's not my goal. but challenge somebody, dude. Challenge me. Don't just hear people say stuff. If you don't, again, don't just be challenging just to challenge though, for the sake of saying like, oh, I was different. Obviously, if you agree with it, it's fine. But people, I think, go out of their way to agree with things that they don't agree with. That's where the problem comes in. If you actually really agree with it, then of course it's fine. But if you're just going out of your way to really just because like I just don't like confrontation, so I'm just gonna agree with it and move on because what is the point? People are like, what is the point of arguing? Like, what? What is the point of arguing? Are you listening to yourself? What is not the point of arguing? Everything. The point of arguing is to grow. How are you gonna grow if you're not gonna challenge anybody? Just gonna agree with everything and not challenge anybody when you truly you don't believe that you agree with it. Like, what is the point of living? Like, what? Man, I don't know if I should be saying all this stuff though because this is probably gonna eventually when I'm older and I have like like a crazy job, people are gonna be looking for things to say. You know how people nowadays, especially in politics, like they bring up some old tweets that people tweeted like 20 years ago, and they say, oh, I cannot believe this person, except for president 2020, even though it's too late. No, I'm saying like this is crazy. You see how I'm saying all this stuff? This could be brought up again, like, like when I'm way older, I'm like 50, and I'm trying to get a job somewhere that's very important. People try to do like research. Oh, we found his voice from a stream he did 20, 30 years ago, and this is what he thought. Do you really want to hire this person? Their ideas are not good or whatever. Maybe whatever I'm saying, eventually we're gonna find out that it's wrong or something. And I also think that is very like silly the way people do that. Bring stuff somebody said like 100 years ago, not literally, of course, but still something that somebody says like way long time ago. And you're trying to use it against them. I'm like, I do a lot of things that I see in the world. I'm just like, am I crazy? Like, am I crazy or is this just silly? Do other people don't see how silly this is? Is it just me? Like, is something wrong with me? I feel like I'm seeing it clearly. Or am I just wrong? Like, how can people be so wrong? But yeah, people change, like you said. Like, and there's a saying that goes like this: when I was a child, I thought like a child, I behaved like a child, but when I became a man, I put all my childish ways behind me. You know, yeah, people are ignorant, no doubt about that. I don't argue with that at all. But yeah, that saying for me wraps up everything when people start to bring up old stuff. Just when it doesn't even, you don't even have to be a child. When I was, I don't know, last year, I was a different person than I am today. Last year alone. And then now you're gonna tell me 20 years ago I wasn't a different person than I am today? Like, what? Bruh. Like, what kind of logic is that? What kind of logic is that? Exactly. Why saying? Exactly, dude. People try to use your words against you. Just tell them. There's no. And also, I think the other issue is like people try to maybe stand up for themselves, and they're like they're trying to say like no, I stand by my word or something, and they're also trying to make it worse by saying that they believe in what they say and they don't want to change their mind. Like, bro, there's nothing wrong with saying that's what I thought. I really thought that was right, but I learned other lessons in life, and now I know that was not right. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what evolving is. That's what growing is. We grow. That's literally what life is about. We're not saying, like, it would be very sad if your views from 20 years ago are exactly the exact same view that you have right now with nothing changed. 0% of that whole view is changed. Nothing at all changed. That would be actually very sad. That would mean that you learned nothing. You learned nothing new. There's nothing new that you learned in 20 years. That would be very, very sad. People, instead of celebrating and saying, oh, they've learned something, they've moved on, they're no longer these people anymore, they judge you. Like, oh, how dare you? You know, you go back on your word, blah, blah, blah. I didn't go back on my word. I said the truth when I thought it was the truth. We always go by what we think at the moment. If you ask me for an advice, is awakening Omega Red good? A good idea? Is you have, let's say, a generic awakening gem, and you say, um, is should I use this generic awakening gem on Omega Red that I have right now in my roster? I would say absolutely, 100% absolutely. And then let's say tomorrow comes up a new champ who is even way more than Omega Red, and you get that champ, and you say, would awakening game V game crashed? Oh yeah, game crashed again. Don't be pointing that out, dude. Don't be pointing that out. I don't want to remember that. I'm on a tangent. But if a new champ came who was way better than Omega, and you already used your awakening gem on Omega, you won't come back and like, I don't know, yell at me for giving you an advice of using the generic on Omega. Be like, oh, dude, you lied to me. You said Omega was great. Now there's a new champ that's way better. You know, why did you give me an advice to use it on Omega? I'm like, dude, he was the best champ at the time. I gave you the advice that I thought was the best at the time. I'm not apologizing for that. Just because something has changed doesn't mean my advice was wrong. You know, now if you ask me now, it's going to be different. But instead of people admitting, yeah, you know what? Right now, if you ask me now, if you have a new generic and you still have like maybe another person ask me, you know, should I use this generic on Omega or this new champ that's way better than Omega? I would say no, use it on the new champ. And then people would be like, oh, but you changed, you go back on your word, you said Omega was the best, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not going back on my word. Again, it's just like, for me, that seems simple. Like, if I can give an analogy, an in-game analogy like that easily, I just thought of that right now. It didn't take me years to think about this. I never even thought about this. If people think that way, they would never use the awakening gem. Exactly. If you always thought, you know, I'll just wait. Who knows? Somebody better will come around. Well, you just wait forever because there's always gonna be a better champ, a better thing next time, better thing next time. You just better live your life, dude. Your life, because you live in the present. You don't know what the future holds, and you don't care. You don't care in the sense that it doesn't stop you from living your life. You still care, of course, because we still, you know, have saving accounts and all that. We save money because we care what the future holds, because we plan for the future. But it's not to stop you from living your life, right? So, like, people just need to realize, like, things change and it's okay. We all change and it's fine. Nobody needs to be judging anybody for changing. Like, what? You should be applauding that person. You changed, you grew. Wow, that is amazing. Congratulations. Instead of trying to point out the little things that they did a long time ago. Oh, you did this, you did this. I'm like, bro, I don't care. I did. So what? You did something too. I'm sure. If you went back in your life, we'll find something that you did that was not right, but you thought was right at the time. I'm sure. You know, like, judging is just not right. You shouldn't judge, man. You shouldn't judge. That's the moral of the story. You shouldn't judge. Hector, philosopher of the century. You know, I do love philosophy. Is one of the things that I want to major in, but not right now. I will probably get a master's in that or a doctorate in that. I do love it for sure. But you agree 100%? Yeah, dude. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. you know. So, like, but there are all these things. Or I talk to people and they're telling me what their friends did, or I talk to my parents and they tell me what their bosses did at work, and I'm just thinking like a 5-year-old would know that that's not right. How is this old person, who is supposed to be your boss in charge, no? How did they not know that this is not the right thing to do? I'm just like, are people just ignorant? Like this ignorant? Like they can't even see? I don't know. It's very strange. Strange times we live in. But I definitely, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know either, dude. But I definitely do like to discuss things in a matter of a debate, in a debate format. It gets people moving. It gets, um, it it encourages change. That's how change comes about. Really, change will not happen if people all agree with each other. Nothing would ever change. For change to happen, some people have to disagree. Some people um, have to be courageous and stand up for something they believe in. You know, it doesn't matter if other people. I'm actually curious. Are you looking to build a family? Am I looking to build a family? What do you mean? In what way? Build a family in what way? Like have a family? Like it's cool if you don't want to answer. No. I want to answer, but I don't know what the question we're referring to. Referring to like an actual family, like a wife, kids, and all that. Like get married and have children. Oh, okay, I got you. Um, I've been informed that I cannot do that. That unfortunately, that's not gonna be my path. Not unfortunately. That fortunately for me, it's a good thing for me. I'm not wired like that. I guess that's what I've been told by people who are wise and who have been married and who have children. I want to have children. Huh? What's that mean? I knew you were gonna ask that. So what does that mean? Ooh, I have 2.5 hours on this 6 stars. But yeah, what does that mean? So I've talked to, pardon my ignorance. That's not an ignorance. It's good to ask, dude. Here's a quick saying about that. If if you ask a question, you are only dumb for 5 minutes, which means only the 5 minutes when you don't know what the answer to the question is. If you don't ask a question, you are dumb forever because you're never gonna find out. So you're always gonna be ignorant. So never apologize for asking anything, man. If you're asking, you're curious. That's perfect. That's how life. That's how it should. That's how it should be. But anyway. So people, I've my views on marriage and all that is this. I want to have kids. That is true, for sure. But I've realized that relationships between people who think they love each other, and I use that word. I wish I was on a webcam and put air quotes on people who think in air quotes that they're in love. I don't think like those people. My brain doesn't work like that because they abandon logic and reasoning and everything that makes sense in life. When you start loving in a way that society tells us to love, uh, people who get married and stuff like that, people, the way they're in love, the way they think, it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't seem logical. So because I don't agree with that, I guess it's gonna be very difficult to find a person who is just like me, who agrees with what I'm saying. Because a lot of people, how do I explain this? So I was in a bunch of relationships before. I've been in a lot of relationships, and I've learned this the hard way. How do I say it? I'm trying to. How do I say it? So a lot of people, I mean, what are the odds you find me? I think just like like you. Yeah, but I know it's very difficult to find, people like that because everybody has been raised to think, uh, how do I say it? What am I trying to say? It's very hard to explain. People, so whenever I was in relationships before, I would try to be logical with the people that I was with, and be like, hey, so we're trying to build a relationship for a good relationship. These are the things I think we should be doing. Do you agree or do you disagree? I say, okay, I agree. That sounds right. Okay, so I approached it. I approached everything with logic, reasoning. Say, okay, so for us to be successful, these are the tools. I think, in my opinion, these are the things that I think we should be doing. Do you have anything else you want to add? Do you want to change from this list? And they would say, no, that's good. That's perfect. I agree. Let's do it. But then they said that, but they don't mean that, I guess. Or maybe the emotions get in the way and they forget what they said. Maybe I should say it like that. It's not that they didn't mean it. It's that they agreed with it at the time, but when the emotions run high at some point in the relationship, they forget what they said and they start doing things that don't make sense. They act otherwise, yes. So and for me, that does not work for me. As I said before, I'm not a very patient person, especially when I think you're wasting my time. When I think there could be something else out there that I could be pursuing with my time, and and I mean, I give chances, of course. I'm not just, I know we all make mistakes, so I'm not just gonna say if you messed up one time, be like, oh, we're done, we're through, you know. I would say that all the relationships that I've been, I'm the one who said let's end this thing, but it wasn't the first time that it wasn't like I didn't give him a chance, right? So I would say something like, let's say for example, let's say I was with one girl. She said she was addicted to this thing, to this coffee. I think she was addicted to the coffee, and she's trying to quit coffee. But actually, she needed help. She needed encouragement. Oh, maybe I should say. And I was like, hey, I got you. She's like, if you ever see me trying to ask for coffee or drink coffee, whatever, just stop me. It doesn't matter. Whatever I'm going to be saying, I'm addicted and I know it's not good for me to drink it as much as I do it. So, because she was like, she drank way too much. She's like, so she's trying to quit or whatever. That's just what she wanted to do. And I was like, okay, I got you. And then when the time comes when she's actually in the mood and she really wants to drink this coffee, blah blah blah. I'm trying to stop her. I'm trying to tell her, blah 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 blah. Now I'm the enemy all of a sudden. Like, really? Do you even love me? Blah blah blah. I'm like, bruh. How does this even make sense? You asked me to help you. I'm trying to help. Do you now want to quit? Because if you don't want to quit, that's fine. I just what do you want from me? When but then if let's say she ends up drinking it, then she's just like, well, yeah, well, you didn't stop me. I'm like, bruh, what do you want from me? Okay, if I try to stop you, I'm a bad guy. Bruh, women, man, can't understand them. I know. I'm like, so what do you want from me? Do you want What do you want from me? If I stop you, I'm a bad guy. I'm getting in your way, whatever it is. And they use harsh words. I just can't remember all the words that she was using. They use words that thoughtfully, like they think about these words. They don't just say like, no, you're the bad guy. No, they say something like, it's like very emotional words. I don't remember. Anyway, it just there was no winning. There was no logic. That's what I mean. There's no logic to the relationships. Again, that's just a simple example. Of course, that's not we. I can't break up with a girl because we couldn't agree with coffee if she wants to drink coffee or not. That's just ridiculous. But I'm saying that's a simple example that I can give you, show you how there's no logic. There's no winning. If there's no winning, what is the point? I can't be right. We can't be right all the time. But then people who are married, they told me, "Hey, bro, that's how relationship work. Women are always right. You just always have to cave and always agree with everything they say and all this. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Okay, so then I don't want it. I really don't. If that's what it is, if there's no logic to it, they're like, yeah, women, I mean, again, I'm not trying to stereotype every woman out there. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying for me, the experience that I've had, that's what it has been. I don't want these words to be taken out of context and everybody, gets offended, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just saying from me in my experience and the people that I've talked to have said, and again, it's not a lot of people. The people that I've talked to, which is like 5 or 10 people, have said that I care about anyway, their opinions that I care about. I don't think marriage is like this. You just gotta find the right girl. You see, you see, you're so funny, Raven. You're so funny. Let me tell you why that doesn't work for me. This goes back to that's not logical. No offense, but that's not logical because this goes back to um remember the discussion we had about watching shows, watching television shows. Some shows people tell you, um, hey, the first season sucks, but don't worry, the second season is amazing. Or they say, the first 2 seasons are horrible, absolutely horrible, but guess what? The third season, you're gonna like it. You know, it's like, bruh. Or they say, let me give you an example. Let me give you an easy example. Maybe that's not related to movies. In every other aspect of life, when we fail, if I'd say if there was a hot stove on, on if no if there was a hot pan on the stove and I touched it, I would get burned and I would say, oops, oh, that hurt. What's the lesson there? The lesson is just don't be touching pans that are on the stove. That is the lesson. I remember, but if both the man and the woman have standards, I personally think things could work out. The problem is the problem is not the lack of standards. The problem is emotions get in the way. But anyway, let me finish what I was saying. So yeah, the lesson is don't touch the hot stove. The don't touch the pan on the that's on the hot stove, right? But you are saying when people say, you just gotta find the right girl. When people say that, for me, the way I equate that is to saying, no, don't worry. The problem was the pan. If you switch the pan, put another pan on the hot stove, and touch it, you won't get burned. I'm like, no, that's not the problem. You will still get burned. It doesn't matter what kind of pan you put on. You put on a hot stove, you will get burned. It's simple. But people are like, no, 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 no. You just gotta find the right pan on the stove. That one will not burn you. I'm like, man, like maybe it goes back to my lack of patience. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I understand what you're saying. No, I mean, you could be right too. You could be right. Maybe it's just my lack of patience, or just I've been hurt so many times that I just have decided, you know what? What is even the point? Like, why do people feel like you gotta find somebody? There's this. I always like to debate, right? What do people feel like you gotta find somebody? Like, you have to. This is something that you have to do. You just cannot live without it. You know? When I told people I've been feeling like this, like my views on marriage and all that stuff I've been feeling like this for a while. And I tell people my boy getting his heart broken multiple times. That just happens, man. All lives end. All hearts are broken. Caring is not an advantage. That's another saying. All lives end. All hearts are broken. Caring is not an advantage. But I mean caring in a love way, not caring for your family or whatever. Obviously that is wonderful and everybody should do that. But what I'm saying is there's this thing in our society that tells us that for some reason you have to end up with somebody, right? You have to be married. And maybe not, I mean, a lot of people understand that you don't have to have kids, but 90% of the people, I would say, in my opinion, think that for some reason you have to find somebody to live with. You just cannot live by yourself. Where did we get that idea from? Who? Why does nobody question this? Why just everybody just agrees? Yeah, we agree. Everybody just anonymously agrees that you have to find somebody. Everybody is always telling the if you like they hear that you like broke up with your ex or whatever, they're like, oh, don't worry, you're gonna find somebody. There's somebody out there for you. I'm sure there's somebody. Why? Why can there just not be nobody? There's nobody, and it's okay. So when I tell people my views, I'm like, I've been hurt so many times, and I decided like I'm just not about it. I'm just not doing it anymore. They're like, oh, they feel so bad for me. It's so funny. They feel so bad for me. They're like, oh my God, oh I'm so sorry. Oh, who hurt you? They're so horrible people. Blah blah blah. I'm sure you find somebody. When you live alone, in the end, you get depressed. But here's the thing, though. I read some things about it. Okay, so here's the thing. I know people firsthand who live by themselves. They've been in relationships before, it just didn't work out, and they live by themselves. They're like they're like 40, 43, 44, in my opinion, of course. I know it's your opinion, of course. You don't have to say that with me. You already know. I know you're just joking. But I know people firsthand that are in my family who live by themselves, who have lived by themselves since their whole lives, basically, not their whole lives, since they became adults, they've lived by themselves, and they're as happy. Well, maybe I don't know in the inside if they're happy, but they seem fine to me, right? They seem fine to me. I know I've heard that too, but I'm not saying just be by yourself in a way like. I mean, you obviously you can't cut everybody off because we are human beings are social creatures. So we need to have that social life. Of course, I'm not saying don't have a social life, but you don't need to. You don't need somebody else to make you happy. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you think, in my opinion, if somebody thinks they need somebody else to make them happy, there's a problem there, in my opinion. You know, I think you should find happiness by yourself, and if you happen to find somebody who can increase your happiness a little bit, then that is even better. I agree. That's better. But you shouldn't. It shouldn't be from the beginning. You need to find somebody to make you happy. Otherwise, you're gonna be depressed and all this stuff. That shouldn't be the narrative. The narrative should be try to find happiness within yourself. And if somehow, by a miracle, you find somebody else who can help you even be more enhance your happiness, not find happiness for you, but enhance it, make it a little bit better. But it was already there from the beginning. They didn't create it for you. Then that's even better. I agree. But I will obviously still be social. I still try to have friends. Family, my family will always be in my heart. I will always care for them. I always socialize with them and I'll hang out with them and I'll do other stuff. Of course, I still have a job. I still have to work with people. I'm still a social person. I'm just not married. Is that so bad? Like what's this idea that somehow you have to find somebody. There is somebody out there for you. No, maybe there's not. And it's okay. It doesn't need to be a problem. Like, why is that a problem? I just don't understand why that is a problem. Like, why can't that just be okay? Honestly, like, why is that a big issue? Like, we're just hardwired to think that we need it. You don't. I'm gonna create a revolution that says you don't need anybody. You don't need anybody. You're good by yourself. And for the most part, I'm really fine by myself. Like I can make myself happy easily. You know, I've been doing that for years. Actually, when people come into my life, like when I'm in relationships, like I find it more difficult to be happy. To be honest with you, At first, of course, at first it's the best. The beginning of any relationship is the best. You're in a honeymoon phase. Everybody, oh my God, you're so happy. Your family is happy for you. They see the girl, they see the guy, whatever it is. And you just, everybody's happy for you. They're like, oh, congratulations. Oh, you find somebody. Blah, 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 blah. And it's just the best. But then the honeymoon phase ends. Then life begins. Then you realize, wait a second. You don't only have to deal with your demons. You have to deal with the demons of the other person. You don't have to only deal with your baggage. You have to deal with the baggage of somebody else on a daily basis. I actually find it a little bit more difficult after the honeymoon phase. I find it a little bit more difficult to stay as happy as I was before. You know. But then again, I'm not saying, never help anybody, never be kind to anybody. Obviously, be kind to people, whatever. Do everything else. Just do not feel like the need to have somebody to be with for the rest of your life. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying never do anything else. I'm just saying that's the only thing I'm saying. Everything else, of course, matters. But I just want to create an atmosphere that says it's okay if you don't have anybody. Because also, on the other hand, like you said, people get depressed. People also get depressed trying to find the one. You know how many people get depressed because they can't find the one? They keep getting hurt over and over and over. They just keep getting depressed. Like, man. But let's imagine if there was that narrative was already out there. If our society, everybody knew that you don't need anybody. And it's acceptable and it's fine. Nobody will be judging anybody. People look at people who can't be in a relationship, who can stay in a relationship for a long time, like losers. And that does not make them feel good. I guarantee you. That does not make them feel. If everywhere you hear winning a life is to find somebody to be with, and you don't have that person, what do you think people feel when they don't have that person? And they feel like they have to have it. Of course, they get depressed. They're like, something is wrong with me. I must be defective. Nobody wants to be with me because I'm ugly or because I'm not good enough or whatever. People start getting depressed actually because they feel, because the society has pushed them that for some reason they need to be with somebody else, and if they can't find somebody else, then something is wrong with them. And everybody's like not happy for you. Everybody's happy for you if you found somebody, but if you didn't find anybody, what do you think? Nobody obviously comes to your face and says, "Oh, you're a loser for not finding somebody." But actually, I take that back. Some parents would get on their kids' case for not having found somebody if they're too old. They're like, "Oh, you're never gonna give me a grandchild." Blah blah blah. What's wrong with you? Like what? Blah 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 blah. It's like it's a big thing, and people just feel so pressured, and people end up. That's why we have actually. I just I just solved the case of why there is so much high level of divorce in our society. I just solved this. If anybody was ever wondering why there is so much divorce, it's because people get pressured into getting into these relationships, and then because they feel like I have to find somebody, I'm getting old, I have to find somebody. You force yourself into being with somebody because you want to show that you're normal, that you can also find somebody, that nothing is wrong with you, that you are lovable. You do everything you can for this person to like you so they can marry you, or you can marry them, or whatever it is. And in the end, you realize you made a big mistake because you didn't really love this person. You got married for the wrong reasons. But if there was a narrative, if you find somebody, it's great. Good for you. But you don't have to find somebody. It's okay. Nobody needs to judge anybody. Just if you didn't find somebody, maybe it's not your path. Like we don't all walk the same path. You have your own life. You have the way you live your life, and it's fine. I have my own life as well, and I have the way I live my life, and it's fine as well. There's no need to say like, oh, maybe you find somebody. No. That creates pressure. That creates pressure. And you don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be doing that. Who are you? Who do you think? How do you know? How do you know that I'll find somebody? You trying to promise me that I'll find somebody? Or I'm sure there's somebody. A lot of people say, oh, I'm sure there's somebody out there for you. Yeah, right. I'm sure there's somebody out there. You sure? Who are you to be sure about that? Everybody has somebody. Like, what? No, not everybody actually has somebody. There's actually a lot of people who died ever not ever getting married. And what's the point of getting married if I'm gonna get divorced, dude? Like, what is the point of that? You can't know for sure. Yep. Alright, bro. I'm gonna head out. Mom's calling me. It was fun, man. Keep up the streams. I appreciate it. Alright, man. No worries. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by. All right, we can keep discussing the next stream for sure. Yeah, of course, bro. No problem, man. No problem. This is not over. You too, man. You too. Take care.